Hey travelers, another day on the travel roller coaster. I bet yesterday you saw all over the place that President Biden signed an executive order that would require a 2-week quarantine for passengers returning to the United States after traveling to foreign countries. So, is that true? No, it isn't. Did he sign an executive order that references quarantine? Yes. Is it a mandate? At this time, no. So here's what happened. President Biden did sign an executive order in response to the coronavirus that mentions that a 2-week quarantine might be required for travelers entering the United States from a foreign country. But the executive order said that they are still working out the details and that they will likely adhere to CDC guidelines. So right now, the CDC guidelines recommend that you quarantine, but they don't require it. And that's where we stand right at this moment. What's going to happen in the future? We really don't know. But at this moment, there is no order requiring a quarantine. The only thing you are required to do if you are coming into the U.S. from a foreign country, and this does apply to Americans who were traveling outside the country, you are required to have a negative COVID test within 3 days of boarding your flight to the United States. That is the only requirement as of today. Whether or not a quarantine will become mandated, we just don't know. So, what do you do? What do you do if you have a trip outside the country already planned? If I were you, I would sit tight for the moment. Wait and see what happens. We just don't know what the requirements are going to be, how they're going to be applied, what is going to be required of visitors versus citizens. We have no details, and we don't know when those are going to come out. So if I were you, I would just wait and see what happens, and then you can pivot as needed. What do you do if you are going to book a trip to the Caribbean or something? I would personally still go ahead and book it if you are confident that your travel plans can be changed. With my clients, I am right now making sure that every travel plan can be changed. We can change the destination, we can change the date. So if they book a fabulous trip to Jamaica and a quarantine order comes into effect, I can move them. I can move them to Key West. I can move them to Hawaii. I can move them to Puerto Rico, somewhere within the United States where the quarantine would likely not be in effect. So if your travel plans are going to be flexible, go ahead and make them. And I absolutely encourage you to make your travel plans with a trusted travel advisor like me or one of my team or any one of the other great travel advisors out there, because they will ensure that you have flexible plans. They'll stay on top of any orders and they can help change everything around if need be. It takes all the stress off you. I do encourage you to make sure that if you use a travel agent, that you use one that has tons of experience, not one that just signed up yesterday and does this on the side and also sells Pampered Chef and Scentsy and has a full-time job as a teacher as well. Find a full-time professional travel agent who can ensure that your travel plans are flexible, will stay on top of the current requirements, and will make any changes that need to be made should that be necessary. So basically, I guess what I'm saying is don't panic just yet. We have no quarantine order at this time. Of course, that may change. I encourage you to subscribe to my channel as I will keep you updated as things change. And for the moment, continue as normal and then just be ready to pivot if need be. So until next time, stay well, stay safe, and keep dreaming about travel.